All right, well, here it is. This is the last regular season game. This is it. This is it. And right now, you are looking at, well, let's take a look at the standings. There are still a few things. 2, 3, and 4 have playoffs in the National League, but where will they finish? San Francisco, Arizona, and Philadelphia, it's all up to them to finish, and they will use the regular season tiebreakers. You don't play games on that one. If Florida wins, they're the 5th, and we have all our teams, and we start tomorrow. If Florida loses, then we will either have a 2-team tiebreaker or a 3. St. Louis plays the New York Mets. Over in the American League, Baltimore, Kansas City. If Baltimore loses, Kansas City wins. Then all of a sudden, we go to the regular season tiebreakers. Oakland and Toronto are fighting for 4th and 5th. Toronto is red hot. Well, right now, it's going to be Florida and Atlanta. A 7:05 game. And this is it. Florida wins, they're in the playoffs. Atlanta wins, they're in a tiebreaker. And that will happen at the regular season champions place. So right now, Tony Brizzolara, 15-11, 4.12 ERA. He will be on the mound for Atlanta. Emilio Bonifacio will start. Bonifacio, Ramirez, and Giancarlo Stanton. And we're ready to go. We're underway. Walked him. Big stadium. And when you're in Atlanta and trying to get in, all you want to do is get into the playoffs. Here's Hanley Ramirez, second base. Brizzolara to Ramirez. It gets away, and he's got to go to second. This is not a good start for Atlanta. So Bonifacio at second, and they walk him, Ramirez. So it's going to be first and second with nobody out, and already in a jam is Brizzolara. So here's Giancarlo Stanton, a right fielder. The pitch. Struck him out. Struck out Stanton, and that's going to be 1 out. Here in the top of the first inning, Morrison. Logan Morrison now. That's going to be a line drive, and caught! 2 outs, and let's see if Atlanta can stop Florida here. Here's Cody Ross, left field, inning 269. Here it is, the pitch. Oh, that's a deep shot to left field, way back. Let's see how far it goes. It might go all the way. It's a 3-run shot. It's 3-0. And it is silent. It is absolutely silent. It's a 3-0 Florida lead. The whole Florida dugout is just absolutely going nuts. And there's only been 1 hit in the game, and that was the 3-run home run. Oh my goodness, and here is Dan Uggla. Remember, he was almost a hero yesterday. Brizzolara, 20 pitches in this inning. And the pitch here, that'll be on the ground. Short to first, and that'll end it. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The score, Florida 3, Atlanta nothing. And right now, Atlanta silent. So we got Matthews, Horner, and Murphy. So here is Gary Matthews, Ricky Nolasco. An ERA of 4.14-11. So Gary Matthews against Ricky Nolasco, and Atlanta's got to get one back, one by one. Back, and that'll be third to first, 1 out. Remember that yesterday, Atlanta led 4-1 after 1 inning, and they were trailing in the 5th. Here's Bob Horner, 48 home runs. We've seen him in the last 4 games, and he hasn't hit a home run. That'll be on the ground right there. Third to first. Bounces in off the ground. 2 outs. 2 outs and Dale Murphy. Nolasco to Murphy. And Murphy, that'll be a base hit. Dale Murphy has not had last series wasn't a good one. And this series was, But now, you can see this. Bottom of the first 2 outs, Chris Chambliss hitting 270, 19 home runs. 2 outs now. Chambliss. Oh, what a catch by the third baseman. Oh, my goodness. 3-0, we go to the second. So Maben, Paulino, and Murphy. Another Murphy. I think it's Dave Murphy. Brizolano, 22 pitches. And now here we go. Florida 3, Atlanta nothing. So that'll be on the ground. Again, third to first, 1 out. 2 walks and a home run. That's the offense for Florida. Some good patient at-bats. And then a good one to hit over the fence, an 0-1 pitch. Paulino now. And that'll be a base hit. So they actually get a normal base hit, not a home run. And it is 3-0. Top of the second inning, 1 out. Murphy. Donnie Murphy now hitting 199 home runs, 31 RBIs. To right field. That's going to be 2 outs. Bonifacio. Here's Bonifacio. He starts off. Remember, he was one of the people that walked. He has a run scored. And he walked again. That's his second walk. And now we got first and second again with 2 outs. Last time this happened was a home run. Hanley Ramirez walked last time. Remember, the first 2 people walked, and it was out. Then Ross hit the home run. Struck him out. So nothing like that happens. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 3-0. Bottom of the second inning, 3-0. You have Harper, Pucaroba, and Ramirez. Terry Harper, left field. Let's see if he can get on base to get something going. That'll be on the ground. This will be second to first, 1 out. So that's going to be 1 out. Pucaroba now. Biff Pucaroba. With 1 out. Hard hit on the ground, but it dies in the dirt. 2 outs. Bottom of the second, and Rafael Ramirez, the shortstop. Right now it is silent in Atlanta. Atlanta needs this win. If Florida wins, struck him out. If Florida wins this game, they go to the playoffs, and our playoff field is set to score 3-0. Well, we'll take a look right now. Let's take a look at, first of all, the game options. Dynamic, no. Out of town scoreboard. Let's take a look. Washington, Detroit, New York, leading Toronto. There's everything. Nobody earlier on. I mean, we are looking St. Louis and New York's at 10:05, so it won't start until we're done here. Giancarlo Stanton 0 for 1. We'll have the final standings of this afterwards. Giancarlo to right field. And that'll be caught, 1 out. 1 out. And here's Logan Morrison 0 for 1. High pop fly. And that's going to be an out, 2 outs. 2 outs, and here's Cody Ross. Cody Ross, the hero. The hero, Cody Ross. High pop fly center field. And that's going to be 3 outs. Still 3-0. We go to the bottom of the third. Florida with a big lead. And here we go. Benedict, Hubbard, and Matthews. Bruce Benedict, they need to get people on base because right now Florida just keeps mowing these hitters down. Struck him out, and that's going to be 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. And here's Glenn Hubbard, second base. Glenn Hubbard. And ball 4, he'll go to first. So bottom of the third, 1 out, and Gary Matthews, right field. High and deep to right field, and caught. It is caught. 2 outs. Bob Horner, 0 for 1. Bob Horner, 48 home runs. On the ground, this will be third to second. And it is 3-0. We go to the fourth. I'm going to tell you what right now that they are really feeling nervous, Atlanta. They can't get anything going in the biggest game. It's 2-1 in hits, but it's 3-0 in score for Florida. Here's Dan Uggla, 0 for 1. I mean, any more runs by Florida, and Uggla gets on. And they are, Atlanta, this is an elimination score. They fought back yesterday. But now if Uggla gets in, you're starting to talk about clinching. Here's Maben. He's going to foul it off. That'll be a little looper and caught. Caught by the shortstop. And 1 out. Ronnie Paulino, the catcher. On the ground and a base hit. So they're going to go to right field. They go to third. They throw to third, and he will be safe. So a huge chance. Donnie Murphy, 1 out. Uggla's at third. A huge, huge chance for a lead. A 4-0 lead. On the ground. 4-6-3. Oh my goodness. 6-4-3. Sorry. They get out of the inning, the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth here. Here's Dale Murphy. Murphy, Chambliss, and Harper. Here's Dale Murphy. And no, and they walk him. So Atlanta finally gets somebody on base, first time in a while. And here's Chris Chambliss, 0 for 1 today. Oh, that's a hard hit to left field. Well, where will it be? It's an out. It is caught and an out. I thought Chambliss was going to hit it out there, and the whole stands. They're like, oh. Terry Harper now, 0 for 1. 36 pitches for Nolasco. High pop fly. And they're going to make the catch. 2 outs. 2 outs, they make the catch. Bottom of the fourth inning, Pocoroba. 0 for 1. Struck him out, and that's it. We go to the fifth to score Florida 3, Atlanta 0. Bonifacio, Ramirez, and Stanton. Here's Bonifacio, Emilio Bonifacio, third base. There's Alara. High pop fly. And underneath. And caught him 1 out. Here's Ramirez, Hanley Ramirez, second base, 0 for 1. Hanley, that'll be on the ground. Short to first. 2 outs. I'm going to turn it back on because it seems like it. That would be better. Giancarlo Stanton, right fielder, he's 0 for 2. Rizzalara still in the game. High pop fly and a catch. So, I'll be perfectly honest with you, bottom of the 5th inning, Atlanta is not doing a thing. Yeah, they let a few base hits. They did a few things. That's the biggest thing. Bottom of the 5th, Rafael Ramirez. And this is huge. These 0-out people, they keep getting the first out, 1 out. Dale Murphy got on with nobody out, and then Chambliss hit a fly ball to the outfield that was caught miraculously, and, you know, that was a big thing. Here's Bruce Benedict, the catcher, 0 for 1. Benedict hits it to left field. It's back there, but it won't be far enough, and it's 2 outs. The playoffs, they're probably going to start tomorrow if this holds. Len Hubbard, he walked his last time up. That'll be on the ground, 3rd, the 1st, and that's it. We go to the 6th, Florida 3, Atlanta nothing. Morrison, Ross, and Ugla. You look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Boston is killing Cleveland 7-0. Early games, Toronto needs to win. They want to move up. You never know. In baseball, when you get into 7-game series, things condense down. You know, long, medium, and short. That's those 3 things you got to win at. Morrison, 0 for 2. High and straight ahead. Logan Morrison hit that hard, and it'll be against the wall. And it's going to start out as a double. Logan Morrison, with nobody out, has just hit a double. Deep against the wall. And here is Cody Ross, the guy with all the RBIs today, nobody out. Rizzalara, 87 pitches. High, and that's a base hit. Are they going to send him home? No. So Morrison will go to 3rd. And going to 1st is Ross. Here's Ugla. He had a single in the 4th inning. This is a chance to break it wide open. Nobody out, 2 on. Morrison, sacrifice position, struck him out, 1 out. Atlanta will come back and win this game, and they stop Florida here. That would be the all-time season saver. Here's Cameron Maben, 0 for 2. Rizzalara, pitch number 100, Maben. That's fair! Oh my goodness! They called that fair! And it's 4-0. Controversy. Ronnie Paulino, 2 for 2. And that'll be high pop fly. And they make the catch, 2 outs, and nobody will go. I can't believe they called that fair. I'm starting to think of what in the world. And here's Donnie Murphy, 0 for 2. Hard hit on the ground. They throw the first 3 outs. It is 4-0. Bottom of the 6th inning, Matthews, Horner, and Murphy. Here's Gary Matthews, right field. That 5-star catch he had, he kind of saved it. This will be third to first, 1 out. They keep getting that first hitter. Dale Murphy was the only one that made it. Here's Bob Horner, 0 for 2. And the fans are starting to understand what is happening here. They pick it up. They throw to first. They get the out, 2 outs. Murphy threw Murphy out. And here, no, Murphy threw Horner out. And here's Dale Murphy. He's 1 for 1 today. And they walk him. So Dale is 1 for 1 with a couple walks. Here's Chris Chambliss, 0 for 2. They would love it if he hit a home run. I don't know. Will this hit the ground? I don't think so. 3 outs. Florida 2010 leading Atlanta 1984 0 7th inning. So a lot of the fans are seeing this. Pitching is Rick Camp. He's 1 for 1, 4.69 ERA, and you know he will not bat. Emilio Bonifacio. And that'll be to right field and a base hit. So Rick Camp will be pitching. And I want to be very honest with you right now. This is do or die really for Atlanta. They got to get runs, but Florida's up right now. Hanley Ramirez. Oh, it's Hanley. He hits this one deep. This one's near the wall, and this one is gone. It's 6-0, and now Atlanta, Florida is starting to feel it. You can see it in their dugout. You can see it in their dugout. They're going to the playoffs. They right now are feeling in Atlanta. Well, the fans have been silent all game. And here's Giancarlo Stanton with nobody out. And this will be third to first, 1 out. So here's Logan Morrison, 1 for 3. So Logan, you walked him. Atlanta is just looking down right here. Cody Ross, 2 for 3. That 3-run home run. High and deep to right. It'll be Cotto, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, Dan Ugla, 1 for 3.
Strike 3.
Struck him out. 6-0. Florida's looking good. So it doesn't matter what St. Louis is doing. If Atlanta doesn't come back to win this game, it's over for St. Louis too. Terry Harper's 0 for 2. Harper rips it to left field, and that's going to be a base hit. So they finally get somebody on with nobody out, and the fans are golf clapping. You know, that tiny little clap like, all right, here's Biff Pocoroba, the third baseman. Still a long way to go. Velasco. And there, oh, what a catch. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, here's Rafael Ramirez, the shortstop. Oh, that's a hard hit to left field. This is back, and they got 2 back. It's now 6-2. And Rafael Ramirez, it's now 6-2. So they did get something. They did get something. They got 2 back. And they would love it if they could get a third and get half of it back. So 400 feet, Rafael Ramirez. Here's Bruce Benedict, 0 for 2. Velasco. Oh, and that's going to be hard hit, but that's going to be an out, 2 outs. And Glenn Hubbard, 0 for 1. That'll be on the ground all the way back, and they throw to first. That's it. We go to the 8th at 6-2. Al Horbaski. The Mad Hungarian probably making his last appearance of the year, unless they can get 4 runs. Here's Cameron Maben, 1 for 3 with an out. High pop fly. And underneath, that's going to be it, 1 out. And Ronnie Paulino, 2 for 3. They get it, third to first, 2 outs. Dale Murphy. No, this is Donnie Murphy. 0 for 3. High and deep. 3 outs. Well, 6-2 bottom of the 8th. So now Atlanta needs runs here. They need it. Here's Gary Matthews. Nolasco is still in, 101 pitches. Gary Matthews now. He's been weakening, and Nolasco's been weakening a little bit. Matthews, that'll be short. 6-3, 1 out. And now it is becoming a little evident. Bob Horner, this is the heart of their lineup. This is the heart of it. They got to get something going here. So Bob Horner on the ground. They pick it up. They throw. Second to first, they get the out, 2 outs. 6-2. And Dale Murphy. This is it. He's 1 for 1 and he walked twice. Nolasco against Murphy. This is deep. And he might make it 6-3, and he does. So Dale Murphy has made it 6-3. So they have a chance. They have a little bit of a chance. As Dale Murphy, it is quiet. But Dale Murphy comes in and now makes it 3. So they get another run. They've scored the last 3 in this game. A lot of people have left. Now Chris Chambliss 0 for 3. Nolasco is still in. And they walk him. Ball 4. So right now, this is a new pitcher, Steve Chiswick. He's 10-4 at 2.02 ERA and 43 saves. This is a save situation. He's got Terry Harper 1 for 3. Harper would love to hit a home run. He would love to hit a home run. That'll be on the ground. They go third. They throw to first. And it gets away. And they're going to go to second and third now. Wait a second. It's all coming down to this. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. And here's Pocaroba. He's hitting .251 in a year. 6-3. This is it. The base hit, it'll be a 1-run game. The pitch struck him out, and they don't get anything. 6-3, we go to the 9th. So Bonifacio now will be in. He's 1 for 2. Al Horoboski. He wants to go 1, 2, 3 here. High pop fly. And that's going to be 1 out. Chiswick came in and, I mean, there was an error, but he's still in. He's trying to get his 44 save. Hanley Ramirez, 1 for 3, a home run and 2 RBI. Horoboski. That'll be nubbed on the ground. Picked up, thrown to first. They get the out, 2 outs. All right. 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, and Stanton struck him out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 more outs for Atlanta in their season. If Florida can hold, they're in the playoffs. So now you have Ramirez, Benedict, and Hubbard. Rafael Ramirez, he had the 2-run home run in the 7th inning to start this. They're trying to get people on. This is it. This is it. Steve Chiswick. Steve Chiswick. This will be on the ground. Short to first. They get the out, 1 out. Atlanta needs 2 on before they can even think of tying. Here's Joe Nolan, the pinch hitter. Joe Nolan in the air, hitting .244. Chiswick trying to close this out. Nolan to right field. Let's see how deep. Back, and they make the catch. 2 outs. And Atlanta, it is Florida is 1 out away. They're 1 out away from the playoffs. And they feel it now. Here's Glenn Hubbard. Everybody now is watching. Chiswick against Hubbard. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. The pitch. Little number, and will he beat it out? Let's see. They pick it up. He'll beat it out. He'll beat it out. He'll beat it out. So 2 outs and a man on first. They still can't tie the game. Gary Matthews. 0 for 4 on the day. Can Chiswick get him? Can Chiswick send Florida to the playoffs against Matthews? The pitch. Struck him out, and he does. He sends them to the playoffs. The Florida Marlins go to the playoffs. And everybody comes running in. And they go and they shake hands. Florida Marlins to the playoffs. And it is silent. Atlanta gave everything they could, and it really came back in the last month. But that's it. They lose 6-3. They had a chance in the 8th. They couldn't get anyone in. It doesn't matter what anybody else did. 2 hits for Ross, 2 hits for Polino, 2 for Murphy. Wow. Nolasco gets the win. Chiswick his 44th save. Brazilara the loss. Ricky Nolasco pitched to 58, 7 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Struck out 3, walked 4. He did give up 2 home runs. Oh no, I thought Ross had the player of the game. But that's it. So, I mean, we're going to take a look at the playoffs. We already know a lot of things, so let's take a look now just at some of the scores that mean something. St. Louis won. They beat the Mets. They won to hit them. Arizona beat San Francisco. Philadelphia loses, so Arizona, we'll see how that goes out. Baltimore wins. Kansas City wins, but Baltimore won 6-0. That's big. Oakland won. So where's Toronto? Toronto lost. Final standings. Here, New York first in the National League, Arizona second, San Francisco third, Philadelphia fourth, and Florida fifth. That's what it is. So then in the American League, Minnesota first, Baltimore second, Kansas City third, Oakland fourth, Toronto fifth. So out of all that craziness, only one tie for third. San Francisco gets third, Philadelphia gets fourth. Let's take a look at the first series. There'll be 4 of them. Philadelphia plays San Francisco, third and fourth right there. Very even with each other. Philadelphia lost 6-4 to San Francisco. That's where they lost the tiebreaker. So San Fran, Philadelphia the next 3, then San Fran the next 2. Florida the same way. In Arizona, Oakland, and Kansas City. There you go. You can see they're very even. Florida 7 and 5. Everybody very even. And Toronto and Baltimore. Toronto killed Baltimore 8-2 in the regular season. So that might be a big upset. You never know. So it'll be Philadelphia, San Francisco, Florida, and Arizona, Oakland and Kansas City, Toronto and Baltimore very quickly. The final batting crown, Rod Carew. He had 323. He wins the batting title. For the American League, the overall batting title, Larry Walker. Overall home runs, Bob Horner. Runs batted in, Allen and Howard. Stolen bases, Wiggins. The WAR, Larry Walker. Wins above replacement. Earned run average, Frank Viola. Beats out Blyleven. Wins. Blyleven, Carlton, and Cleveland. Strikeouts, Blyleven. Saves, Chiswick with 44. Zamaya had 42. He didn't get any late. And Blyleven with the wins above replacement. I mean, the best offense were the Pirates. The Rockies also runs, home runs, and on base. Stolen bases, Montreal. You could see the A's, Kansas City, Philadelphia. Kansas City, 4 of the 5 pitching leaders made the playoffs. 0 of the 5 batting leaders made it. The news. There it is. There are some buys. The Twins and the Mets, of course, get the bye. LaVon Hayes hit for the cycle. Single, double, triple, and a home run. He only batted in 1. So, tripled in the first, singled in the third, flied out in the fourth, doubled in the 7th, and hit a home run in the 8th. They won 7-5. So our playoffs start tomorrow. It should be good. Have a great day. Here's the playoff tree. Have a great day. We'll see you then. There you see the best of 7 and the best of 9. Have a great day.